Hi, I'm Montclair Mayor Sean Spiller, coming to you with our weekly update for March 17th, 2021. First, I want to talk today about the American Rescue Plan Act, which was signed into law. There are many provisions that will affect the township of Montclair and all of us who live here, so I wanted to share a little bit of the information that we've been given so far. Based on the Treasury guidelines that have to be developed, we anticipate that'll take a little bit of time, but what we do know at this moment is that Montclair will receive approximately $3.788 million. That is a preliminary estimate. Again, that can change, but that does at this point appear to be the amount of money that the township will get. We'll get those dollars directly from the U.S. Treasury Department. They deposit the dollars directly into the township accounts. We should be receiving the first half of that payment within 60 days. The second half shall be no sooner than 1 year later. So again, it's split up into two pieces, basically half now and half later. What can it be used for? A number of different things. It's pretty open-ended, but basically some of them include to respond to the public health emergencies and its negative impacts. That's a general catch piece that's there. To provide a provision for services to the extent that the township has lost revenues, so it can be used for that as well. Obviously, that's a big one. We know that here in Montclair, we've lost significant revenues from our parking situation, parking losses, and other pieces. So, that's something that can help make up those shortfalls, hopefully again, so that we don't have to raise taxes if we're able to plug all the holes with this. But again, to be seen, and of course, as we're working on the budget, we're going to see the dollars that we get in and see how that offsets some of the lost revenues that we've had along the way. It can also be used to make necessary investments in water, sewer, other infrastructure work. So kind of open there as well. Another thing to note is that counties will also be receiving dollars. I think nationwide, the number is about $65.1 billion that counties will receive. So of course, our hope is that when Essex County receives its allotment, we as one of the towns, of course, in the county, will be able to receive some funds there as well. So that's the hope as we move forward. But again, it's early right now. It just recently passed. We're all trying to get information about what this means for Montclair. I do want to give a quick update on our energy aggregation program. I've mentioned it a few times when it was going out and you were getting notices. Well, I've got some good news. Most residents have stayed in and are excited about the green energy program, which is what this is, which is providing much greener energy at the same or reduced costs. It saved us a tremendous amount of money last time as a township. This time we've seen about 8% of residents opt out, and we had a number who opted up for the 100% renewable energy. So great news on that front. And again, Montclair leading the way. Green energy, same or cheaper price. That's what we're all about. So good stuff there. As I noted in my last update, but I want to reiterate here because it's about to begin this Friday and Saturday is the dates that they've started the schedule to begin. I was happy to stand with all of our educational stakeholders, our superintendent, educators, Board of Ed president, was able to be joined by others, including County Commissioner Gill and others, and most importantly with Mountainside Hospital, to really talk about a partnership to help get our educators vaccinated. A lot of calls back and forth, but we're able to figure it out and really want to thank Mountainside. They've just been awesome partners, answering that call literally and figuratively, working out the plan as what that could look like. So I want to personally thank them. It's yet another tool. We all know how devastating this virus has been on all of us and our community, but certainly what it's meant for our schools. And this is yet another tool to help provide our schools that they can utilize to help bring back safe in-person instruction, which is what I know that we all want. Also really happy to see the district announce that they have finalized their partnership for batch testing. Another meeting, and again, I have to thank the governor and his team for really helping to give me that information, and I was able to connect that with Dr. Pons around utilizing really cool concept of testing in groups. It allows them to say, hey, you've got a positive test in this group. Let's say you did a classroom or that setting. Why is that an advantage? Well, obviously you can cut down on costs. If you could do one test for a class and you get a positive result for the class, hey, that class needs to obviously go into quarantine, but it allows you to do more testing because it's cost efficient, and then you can do it, it can be done more often with more people. So great news there. Really happy to hear the district rolling that out. Another tool, again, for us to return to safe in-person instruction. So good news on all those fronts there. When we're talking about vaccinations, certainly I want to give a shout out also to our health department doing a wonderful job getting out there and doing our own town program to help vaccinate seniors. We're out there vaccinating seniors who are homebound. We're vaccinating a number of senior residents. If there's enough density of seniors in one location, getting out and vaccinating those seniors. Again, the vaccine, the guidance and guidelines don't allow you to really travel with it from site to site, spot to spot. So basically, once you set up shop, we've got that density to be able to vaccinate a number of seniors. That's been going well. Talked to a lot of residents in town who've been able to participate in that. So great news there. And as we, roll through and continue to vaccinate more and more, we request more and more vaccine from the state and then continue that program. So great news there overall too. So with Montclair, as of March 8th, we are currently up to 6,189 Montclair residents who have received the first dose of the vaccine. We have 3,047 that have received the second dose of the vaccine. To put that in context, by county, we've had 98,000 vaccinations in the county as of Monday, 56,000 second doses in the county, and currently about 19.7% of all Essex County residents have been vaccinated. So we see that number, that percentage starting to inch up, which is great. The county did get the first doses, 2,000 doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. I know they utilize that through their mobile vaccination program because it is more transportable. So as more vaccine comes online, the better it is for all of us. Of course, the reminder, whatever vaccine it is that you can schedule an appointment for and get, absolutely should get it. Very effective, and everyone's thrilled with the ability to get these vaccines and out and into people's arms. If there's any challenge with transportation or getting out to a vaccination site, while we are vaccinating seniors in town and homebound seniors, certainly we are encouraging, if you're able to make it to the county site, to do so. We are also aiding with transportation. So if anybody has transportation needs, they can just reach out to us at the township. The county is also helping to transport seniors, about 600 per week. So there are transportation options. And if you need help with that, please just reach out to the township. I also noted in our last update, but wanted to reiterate and remind everyone here, great news. First and foremost, for the health of our Department of Community Services employees. They are back in staffing numbers, and we're glad to see they're doing well and have been able to resume recycling pickup. So recycling pickup has resumed. Great news there. Again, we are keeping those extended drop-off pieces and hours for a bit, but they will go back to their normal plan. We're going to use the extended Saturday drop-off. We'll continue from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and that's going to be for the next couple weeks ending on the 27th. And also, regular drop-off hours, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. will resume on April 3rd. So just keep that in mind as you look at your schedule if you're continuing to go to the drop-off site to drop off any recyclables. But pickup has resumed, which is great news, and the teams are coming back healthy, which is also great news. Wanted to give our Montclair numbers here on our COVID update for the week of March 7th through March 13th. We saw 108 new cases, 21 of which were probable or couldn't be determined. So the total number of cases that we have is 2,094. Of those, there were 0 hospitalizations. Unfortunately, we did see 2 new deaths, and our total deaths are up to 68 individuals. Our active cases are up to 154 through March 13th, and the estimated number of cases recovered are 1,872. Everyone is still reminded to get tested, even though vaccine is becoming more and more available. Please be sure to get tested. Essex County has a robust testing program. It's available multiple days. They are tweaking those hours and days, so please reach out or go online at essexcovid.org, essexcovid.org, and you can see what their testing sites are and testing hours and availability. So please sign up again for any reason. If you feel you'd like to or need to get tested, please do so. Here in Montclair, we know the YMCA is still continuing their testing program, so you can reach out to the YMCA as well. And we also have a couple other sites as well that are doing testing. But again, testing is available. Please reach out if you need to, for sure. Want to give a big thank you again to our COVID-19 task force. Task force members and co-chairs Shante Palmer and David Pasquale came to the last council meeting, did a great job with an update to everybody. It was really interesting to see the data that they had and certainly how that's being utilized to help Montclair residents, our nonprofits, and also our small businesses in town. Those partnerships have led to some really great things. We talked about the aiding of the homeless that we're doing, and of course food insecurity, the partnerships that we've been able to get to bring in dollars $670,000 to help our small businesses provide food, to help feed our homeless, another great public-private partnership and donations that are coming in, and grants that are being received. That's in addition to the direct aid we've done with our, small business grant programs and some of the other things and ordinances we've changed to try and make things easier. So a lot going on there, and I think it's a sign of great things to come. But I want to give a shout out to all the members of the Mayor's Coronavirus Task Force for the great work that they've been doing. That's a big thank you on behalf of all of us, and that work will continue. So thank you so much, and I look forward to future presentations as they are needed. Just want to remind everyone, if you have a specific question for me, please reach out, send a question to questions@SeanSpiller.com. That's questions@SeanSpiller.com. And of course, I will try and answer them here or get back to you directly. And with that, I'll say remember to please just stay safe, and see you next week. Thank you.